Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Imani Michelle, and if you're new here, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss new content. So it's a new month, which means I usually post a question sticker on Instagram, so make sure you follow me there. And it just gives people opportunity to ask me anything that they want me to answer, and I usually answer it here on YouTube and in a blog post, so be sure to check out the blog post as well. So what I'm gonna do is post the question and then answer it. So let's get started. I'm not sure what type of content you're referencing. This question did come from Instagram, so I'm going to assume that you mean what do I use to create my Instagram content, because I have the blog, this YouTube channel, Instagram, Pinterest, and Facebook, and I use different tools for each of them. Obviously some of them overlap, but some of them have very specific tools. So I will only talk about Instagram. If you have more questions about the other platforms, let me know. So I use quite a few things to create my Instagram content. As far as, the static photos that you see, that's my iPhone, and then Lightroom, which is a photo editing app. To create video content for Instagram, I use Instagram as well. My phone, my camera's video feature on my phone, but also InShot to edit. And then let's see, if I'm creating sort of that like branded post for a new content series for the month, then I use Canva. And I think that's it. Yeah, that's what I use. That's what I used to create content on Instagram. Did I say Mojo? That's why I used to create stories sometimes on Instagram. Mojo, M-O-J-O. I love that app. I think the paid version is absolutely worth it. So that's definitely something I recommend. And that's pretty much it, I'm sure. I don't necessarily find myself experiencing this, but I used to. I used to experience it when I didn't know why I was using a planner and how I just wasn't aware of how a planner was servicing me. So I was just buying things for any old reason. So if you're experiencing planner burnout, I encourage you to really think about why you're planning and what you're using your planners for, and are they still serving you? Because that will change. One day you will have planner peace, and then the next day you find out a big life change and you need a different type of planner, right? So your planner needs will change. So if you're experiencing burnout, definitely take a look at your planner system and think about what you need to do to change it and match your needs for your life. I actually blogged about auditing your planning process and finding the right planner for you. So I'll be sure to link those blog posts in the description box on YouTube. And if you're on my blog, I'll link it in the blog post. Great question. So I grew, I had 1,000 followers in May of 2020. And then by the time I'm filming this, I have like 7,900. It's December 2020. So I love that for me. I love the amount of growth that I had. I was really proud of myself. And that was really because I got serious about my analytics. So caveat here, if you're in the planner community, this can be a little counterintuitive, right? Because you want to be creative, you want to just show off your planning, decoration, and your style because you love it and that's what you want to do. But there are also other ways to be like strategic about it so you can grow your account. Just gonna be honest, right? So the main thing that I did to grow my account was to get very serious about my analytics and my insights. So for those of you who don't know, just really quickly, Instagram has 3 different accounts you can have. There's a personal account, there's creators, and there's business. I have a business account, which gives me access to my analytics. It's right in the app. You get this little button called Insights, you tap Insights, and they give you pretty much everything not everything you need to survive and thrive, but they give you a good amount of information that you can use, study, and just flourish on Instagram, right? So they give you impressions, your reach. They give you all of this data that you can use to learn patterns and study trends with your followers and your content so that you can be strategic about future content. So if you don't have a creators or a business account, definitely get one. I have business, so I lean towards advocating for business accounts, but with that account, you can get access to this data. So yeah, that's how I grew my account. I think I always had a business account, or back in, no, I think I switched to business back in like June. I switched to a business account and study my analytics, which is, I mean, I love, it's not something that is fun, I think, to the average person, but I can do it all day, which is study analytics, study trends, study patterns with my content and my followers' behavior. I can do it all day. So once you get strategic about that, then you can notice patterns and trends and then just create content based off of that. So there's probably a question of how genuine you are when you are being strategic about it, but I haven't noticed any detriment really. I still feel as though my content from when I first started posting, when I first even created this Instagram account, which was a year ago now, back in December 2019, when I first created this account, I don't notice anything different from what I posted then versus what I posted now. I think the biggest difference is that I've opened up more. I'm more transparent and authentic. I didn't show my face on my Instagram until maybe like April of this year. The entire time my photo on my account was a logo. So I think it just goes to show that when you don't have to sacrifice authenticity when you are being strategic and growing your Instagram account. But I will end this by saying, grow your account organically. Don't buy followers because that tanks your engagement rate. Don't do this weird like follow then unfollow thing. So that's when you like follow an account and then 2 days later you unfollow them because chances are they might have followed you back. Don't do that. Just grow it organically. Do the work. If you do the work, you'll grow. So I love social media analytics so much that I launched Naila Marketing Co. So if you haven't checked that out yet, I'll be sure to tag it in the description box or in the blog post so you can go there and learn more about the services that I'm going to start offering, because this is something that I'm passionate about and something that I love to do. So yeah, like, let me help you. I can do the hard work for you. So, what's funny? I thought by the end of November, I knew what I would use in December. Or for 2021, I thought I would only have 2 planners and that would be it. So that has changed now that we received the November subscription box from Cloth and Paper. If you're subscribed to the box, which you should be, they provided us with an entire planner for 2021, which is like mind blown. So I definitely thought well and hard about how to use it. I thought about using it as like a gratitude or memory planner, but that's just not me. So it coincided really well with me launching Naila Marketing Co. I'll be sure to tag all the information for that. So that's what I'll be using the 3rd planner for. So I have 3 planners and I'm going to show you them. So this is planner number 1. This is my A5 size planner. I switch out the LV sort of cover or agenda binder, however you want to refer to it as, with the black cloth and paper that you probably have seen pretty often that has the black rings. The LV has gold rings, and I actually prefer black rings, but that's a different point for a different day. So A5 is for everything personal. It's for my finances, my goals, my day-to-day schedule, my month-to-month schedule, basically anything that doesn't have to do with the other 2 categories that I'm about to talk about. This is another planner I'm using. This is the half letter size planner, and it's not necessarily from like one company or anything, but the components and the parts are from different companies. So the clear rings that you see here, those are from Cloth and Paper. They're like plastic. That's all I really needed. The dividers are clear dividers, also from Cloth and Paper. Some of the dashboards I have in here are from Cloth and Paper as well. And the inserts are from Cloth and Paper, Infinite Lotus, and I just recently purchased some from 3 Nickies, so I'm excited to hop in that, pop those in as well. I'm just waiting on those to be delivered. But I use my half letter for all content relating to planning and self-care. So everything you see here on this channel, on my blog, or on my Facebook, on my Instagram, on my Pinterest, all of that is planned in this beauty right here. Half letter has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 discs. I had to make sure I was right. So that's the main difference between half letter and HP Mini. HP Mini has 7 discs and it's obviously smaller dimensions. A lot of people ask about the difference between half letter and A5. A5 is typically 5.8 inches by 8.3 inches. That's like the average size. And half letter is actually quite similar, but it's 5.5 inches by 8.5 inches. So very, very similar dimensions, but I need both. Okay, so this last beauty is what we recently received in the Cloth and Paper subscription box back in November of 2020. I am using this contoured binder that I got from Cloth and Paper. It was originally on my half letter sized agenda that I just showed, but I just wanted this to be like special. So I popped out the half letter and put in the spiral bound planner. So here's the spiral bound. I have a few things like chilling over here on the side so far, but I haven't used it yet because it's dated and it starts in 2021, but I'm really excited to hop into it. It's a vertical lined, so here's an example of what the inside looks like. And then just want to find a calendar for you. This is sort of like the beginning of the month and calendar. Of course, I had to find a way to use it, and it just coincided really well with me launching an Untitled Marketing Co. So that is what that planner will be used for. The spiral bound, I believe, is A5 size. I don't know. I'm not really sure about that, but I know that you can purchase or have your subscription box from Cloth and Paper be for the spiral bound planner that they provided. So if that's something that you're interested in, definitely check it out. This is a great question, especially as we enter the holiday season. So Jen Plans, and I'll be sure to tag her Instagram in the bio, in the description box, or on my blog post. But Jen Plans, I believe she sat down in the beginning of the year and tallied up how much she wanted to spend at Christmas, divided it by 12, and then figured out how much she needed to save per month to get to her, I guess, like budgeting total for Christmas time. So I'm not sure if I got every detail correct, but I love the method because instead of scrapping to save those last few months, you know, September, October, November, each month you're putting a little bit away. So it's like less painful, I think, if you plan on spending a lot of money, but it's a good way to make sure that it's spread out throughout the year rather than scrambling towards the end to get your budgeting together. This is a hard question, or rather, I think the answer is very difficult. I definitely struggle with getting things done, especially when it is for something that I'm not excited about, right? So I think the best way to stay motivated is to think of the end game, think of the why. And what I mean by that is this. So say, for example, you're struggling to stay motivated with work, right? Remember your why when it comes to work. Remember the end game there. Maybe that is not the place that you want to spend for the rest of your career here on earth, but you know, maybe it's to learn a new skill. Maybe it's to network and gain resources and skills and tools and techniques that will help you succeed in your next position. So the best way I stay motivated, especially when I'm not interested in something, is to just remember the end game. And the best way I kind of keep myself reminded of those things is to make sure that I'm reminding myself. So that's with, you know, talking with friends. They'll remind me, like, listen, this is why you're doing it. Keep that in mind. Keep going. You can do this. You can also motivate yourself with reminders in your phone. Just saying, hey, once a day, your phone tells you, remember your why. Remember why you're doing this. I think the best way to stay motivated is to keep those reminders coming. So do whatever you can to have reminders of your why and your end game. I think that's the best way to stay motivated. So I really appreciate everyone who sent in a question. If you ever have additional questions, be sure to just hit me up on Instagram, send me an email, or look out for the next question box because I'll be happy to answer. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.